Absolutely. Let's go over Sanhedrin. Also, if you are a mom, happy Mother's Day. If you're new here, my name's Sandra. I love old books. This is my set of encyclopedias from the 1890s. We were doing this on another account, but the videos got to the chosen side of TikTok and they took my account. This is my 57th account. I don't ever normally ask because I don't care about the numbers, but if y'all would follow, comment, repost, share, that's the only way these videos are going to get out. They are completely suppressing the account already. Sanhedrin or Sanhedrin. Sanhedrin being the Hebrew spelling of the Sanhedrin. Assembly Council, the Supreme National Tribunal of the Jews, established at the time of the Maccabees, probably under John Hyrcanus. It consisted of 71 members and was presided over by the Nazi, or prince, at whose side stood the Abeth Din, father of the tribunal. Its members belonged to the different classes of society. There were priests, archieres, elders, that is, heads of family, men of age and experience, presbyterioi, scribes or doctors of the law, grammatis, and others exalted by eminent learning, the sole condition for admission into this assembly. The presidentship was conferred on the high priest in preference, if he happened to possess the requisite qualities of eminence. Otherwise, he who excels all others in wisdom was appointed, irrespective of his station. The limits of his jurisdiction are not known with certainty, but there is no doubt that the supreme decision over life and death, the ordeal of the suspected wife, and the like criminal matters were exclusively in its hands. Besides this, however, the regulation of the sacred times and seasons, the many matters connected with the cultus in general, except the sacerdotal parts, which was regulated by a special court of priests, were vested in it. It fixed the beginnings of the new moons, intercalculated the years when necessary, watched over the purity of the priestly families by carefully examining the pedigrees of those priests born out of Palestine, so that none born from a suspicious or ill-famed mother should be admitted to the sacred service, and the like. By degrees, the whole international administration of the Commonwealth was vested in this body, and it became necessary to establish minor courts, similarly composed all over the country and Jerusalem itself. Thus we hear of 2 inferior tribunals at Jerusalem, each consisting of 23 men, and others consisting of 3 men only. These courts of 23 men, Lesser Sanhedrin, however, as well as those of the 3 men, about both of which Josephus is silent, probably represent only smaller or larger committees chosen from the general body. Excluded from the office of judge were those born in adultery, men born of non-Israelitish parents, gamblers, usurers, those who sold fruit grown in the sabbatical year, and in individual cases near relatives. All these were also not admitted as witnesses. 2 scribes were always present, one registering the condemnatory, the other the expulsatory votes. The mode of procedure was exceedingly complicated, and such was the caution of the court, especially in matters of life and death, that capital punishment was pronounced in the rarest instances only. The Nazi had the supreme direction of the court and convoked it when necessary. He sat at the head, and to his right hand was the seat of the Abeth Din. In front of them, the rest of the members took their places according to their dignity in a semicircle. The court met on extraordinary occasions in the house of the high priest. Its general place of assembly, however, was a certain hall, Lishkat Hagazes, probably situated at the southwest corner of one of the courts of the temple. With exception of Sabbath and feast days, it met daily. The political troubles forced the Sanhedrin 70 BC to change its meeting place, which was first transferred to certain bazaars. Hanioth, at the foot of the Temple Mount. After the destruction of the temple in Jerusalem, it finally established itself after many further emigrations in Babylon. The question as to the origin and development of the Sanhedrin is a difficult one. It is said it was intended to be faithful reproduction of the Mosaic assembly of the 70, Moses himself making 71, supposed to have been reestablished by Ezra after the exile. There are widely different opinions respecting the jurisdiction and competence of the Sanhedrin at the time of Christ and the apostles. It has even been questioned how far, save for a few matters of small importance, it may be said to have existed at all. Curtailed and circumscribed as it was by the Romans, who seem to have recognized only the high priest, nor is it agreed whether it was really from the Sanhedrin at all. Some of these well-known acts recorded in the New Testaments had their origin, and it is difficult to account by what we know of its constitution, for many of the proceedings against the apostles ascribed to this body. And then it just gives other books to take a look at. God, I wish I had all these books. That would be so cool. So what should we go over next?